I have to use my professional mic today because I broke my wireless one. Which is awesome, that's awesome, but I had to get a new one anyway, so whatever. This is the last time I'm going to touch on this because I've already got enough content to make a full-fledged video if I wanted to, which is probably going to happen in the future, but the thing I now will touch on is Straw Hat group opinions. The reason I'm doing this is because I hear a lot of the time that a character takes charge or a character takes the lead, and 99% of the time when someone says that, it is not a character taking charge, it's a character giving their opinion. Usually an opinion that the Straw Hats will either have to agree or disagree with. You know, it's how friend groups work. Alabasta was an interesting one because they were doing everything for Vivi, so they tended to give Vivi the choice in each matter. For example, when Nami was sick, Vivi had the choice of whether to find a doctor or to keep sailing to Alabasta. Skypiea, the entirety of Skypiea, the whole of Skypiea was basically just one big crew conversation. Water 7, when Robin left the crew and the whole crew was sitting around discussing what they should do and the situation they were in. This is a very prominent scene to me for this very reason, because the conversation is incredibly level and incredibly equal. And then we have the famous scene of Zoro talking about Luffy's leaving at the end of Water 7, and this one really peeves me because Zoro is not really taking charge, he's not taking the lead, he's giving his opinion on the matter. And I know this because the Straw Hats didn't want to listen to him and didn't want to agree with him until someone else said, well, actually, he's got a point, and they realized he was correct in this situation. Thriller Bark is also a big one that's full of tons of crew debriefs. The one I can think of the most is when the crew find out Brook knew Laboon, and they all started talking to each other about what they should do in Thriller Bark now. We have Fishman Island where the crew accidentally took the king hostage, and when Zoro took the phone to reason his demands, the crew was yelling at him to shut up and that what he was doing was bad. Punk Hazard, we have Chopper and Nami wanting to stay on the island to help the kids, and when Law questions Luffy says, if they want to stay here, then I'm staying here too, which is a good showing that Luffy will follow group opinion. Dressrosa is also full of these moments of the crew debriefing each other and discussing what they should do, one of the bigger moments being when Big Mom's ship is attacking the Straw Hats. The only thing Sanji asks for permission for is to attack the Big Mom ship. Zoro is a big one because we have the crew not only leading themselves without Luffy there, but we also have the entirety of the crew discussing what they should do about Sanji. I don't know how much I can fit in this video, but this is only a very select few moments, and there are so many more like that, and this is why I get really peeved when people are obsessed with hierarchy in the Straw Hats. There can be orders given and orders taken, but usually that only happens when it's someone's area of expertise. Once again, this is just how friends work. Thank you very much.